everyone and welcome back to my channel. So you might notice that I'm in a slightly different location today, and I just had been having problems with the lighting in my house because it's very cold outside but it's still quite sunny, and because of where the windows are situated in my house I can't film with natural lighting. So I've got studio lighting, and then the kind of lighting from the natural windows are coming in from the sides and it just looks a bit weird. So I've tried this. Let me know what you think about it, if you think this location's okay. I know it's a little bit plain and boring, but I think it makes the quality better as well with the lighting. It's a constant struggle if you make YouTube videos with lighting, because it's kind of a constant battle between natural lighting and your studio lighting. So let me know what you think anyway. But I am here today with a video that I've been thinking about for a while, and I want to talk to you about the kind of most basic beauty and grooming tips that I think make everyone look better. And I kind of want to just put a disclaimer out there that by no means am I saying that if you don't do these there's something wrong with you or you're doing something wrong. These are my personal top 10 kind of beauty must-have rules type of thing, things that I always think make me feel better, make me feel more well groomed, and it's just something that I think is really important for me, but everyone's kind of top ones might be completely different. I kind of narrowed mine down to 10 because I thought that would make it kind of a nice even number, but it's definitely kind of up to the individual, and by no means, you know, are these the kind of hardcore rules. These are just beauty rules that I think that most of us would benefit from. So I'm going to read you through mine first of all. I've got them written down here, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about kind of other beauty rules, because I did ask a few people, and I kind of asked on my personal Facebook because I wanted to see what kind of other people would say, because obviously if you make beauty videos you're quite into beauty, and I thought mine might be a bit excessive, so I wanted to get a kind of more not average person, but a kind of more realistic, non-beauty obsessive view on the matter as well. But my first one is a mani-pedi. I have always got a manicure and a pedicure. I have probably had nail polish on my toes for the past probably for the past 12 years. I can't stand to see unpedicured toes. I just find it really unappealing. I'm a bit funny about feet anyway, so everything to kind of make them look better is always a plus in my book, and it's something that I really think is important. And with hands, it's also something that I just think kind of shows a level of kind of well-groomedness, and just, you know, like now I'm wearing Essie's Saint Tropez. I just don't like my hands without nail polish. I feel like my hands look kind of like little boy hands if I haven't got nail polish on, if that makes sense. And it's very feminine, and I embrace everything that's feminine. I love it. So those two are must-haves for me. I kind of feel naked if I haven't got nail polish on, and I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but I do. Then the next one is groomed brows, and when I was younger it was kind of a very trendy thing to, let's say, have your brows plucked or waxed or whatever you did to them, and then you'd let them grow in completely and then go to do them again. I've never been able to do that. I think a good brow is like the foundation of a good face. They frame your face so much. They can create such a difference in your face. They can help make your eyes look bigger. They can help make you look younger. They can, you know, done incorrectly, can make you look angry. They're just such an important thing, an important feature in your face, that I think it's very, very important to have good brows all the time. And I am someone who, I thread them kind of every now and then I just pluck. Every time I kind of see a stray hair, I just pluck it, and I like to fill them in, and I like to keep them a nice shape, because I think even when you haven't got makeup on, a good shaped brow is always really, really important. So that's a must-have for me. Then the third one is to be fuzz free. Again, this is by no means criticism if you like to kind of have certain elements of body hair, but kind of having smooth legs, smooth underarms, any other areas you might have, and a kind of tidy bikini line are a must-have for me. I kind of don't feel myself with body hair. I just kind of feel a little bit like a troll, if that makes sense. And because I've got dark hair, I've got quite dark hair like on my body, so it's not very pleasant for me, and it's not like I can kind of get away with it if I were blonde or anything like that, but it's definitely something that is important to me. Then the fourth one is to have a good skincare routine, and this is something that I think is so important. Doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be elaborate, but keeping a good skincare routine, because good skin is the first thing that people notice about you. I always notice what people's skin looks like, and like I said with brows, for example, having a very kind of, you know, full brow that kind of doesn't really enhance the shape of your eye can make your eyes kind of appear saggy, and having like dry skin and that kind of thing can make your skin appear older. And just, it's such an important thing because it's such a overall thing that you notice when you look at a person. I always think when I look at someone, the things that stand out to me are eyes, skin and hair, and it's always nice to kind of make sure your skin's in the best condition it can possibly be, and it'll only take a few minutes from your day to just really make sure your skin is looking nice. Then number 5 is clean hair, and this might sound like a bit of an obvious one, but I've noticed a lot with a lot of younger girls that the kind of having clean hair thing isn't really a priority anymore. A lot of girls kind of will just pile in the dry shampoo and go for days and days and days without washing their hair. I can go like 3 days, but I just think it kind of isn't the nicest looking thing. Your hair always looks a bit greasy, and it's just nicer to kind of have clean hair. So that's one for me. Then the next one is body moisturizer. This is an absolute must for me, and I know that a lot of girls don't bother, and it's a bit of a faff and it's a bit of an annoying beauty tool, and I get that. But honestly, it's difficult for me to kind of say because I don't mind doing it. I quite enjoy it. But moisturizing your body makes your skin look so much more healthy and radiant, and just makes everything appear better, and your skin kind of looks more glowy, and you don't get that kind of dry feeling, especially like if you shave your legs. So it is really an important key factor in your kind of body maintenance routine that you shouldn't neglect. Then we have number 7, and that is sunscreen. Sunscreen is an absolute must. I feel really passionate about this because so many people do not believe in sunscreen. Most of my friends don't bother wearing it on a daily basis, and it absolutely kills me because the sun is so aging to your skin, and it damages your skin, and just making sure your skin is protected on a daily basis takes 2 seconds to just pop on some sunscreen before you put your makeup on instead of your moisturizer. And there's so many great products out there on the market. The Soap & Glory Sun Shield is amazing. The Murad Oil Control Mattifier is great if you've got oily skin. There's no reason to not wear sunscreen, and it just is baffling. That's my kind of number 1 thing I think that I feel the most strongly about, is please wear sunscreen. Then the 8th one is having a tan, and this is definitely something that doesn't apply to everyone because there are so many people that are naturally fair and it looks amazing, but on me it just doesn't look right. I suit being a little bit more tanned. It suits the kind of undertone of my skin, and I just feel like I don't look like the best version of myself when I'm really pale. I kind of think my skin looks a little bit sallow, so I like to have a bit of a tan, whether it's a natural tan, still being careful obviously, or a tan from a bottle. Right now I've got the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Gradual Tanner on for like a few days, so that's kind of the tan I've got going on at the moment. Then number 9 is mascara, and mascara is the number 1 beauty product. I think if you don't wear anything else, just do mascara because it really helps. It opens your eyes up. It's like a push-up bra for your eyes. Having no mascara, your kind of lashes aren't as defined and they kind of droop. If you've got naturally amazing lashes, then you know you don't need it, but if you haven't, and I definitely haven't, mascara instantly makes my eyes go from to I'm awake, I'm here, notice me, and it's just so important, I think. So definitely mascara is my number 1 product. And then last but not least is perfume, and perfume is something that I know you'll be rolling your eyes and thinking, you know, like you're being really over excessive now, but I love perfume. Nothing can kind of make me feel as glam and as nice as wearing a nice perfume. I wear different perfumes all the time. I love wearing perfume. I even wear perfume to bed. I just absolutely love everything about it, and I just find it to be so glamorous and amazing and ladylike and feminine, and smells have just got such an amazing kind of ability to make you feel things. And you know, if I want to feel sexy, I'll pick a particular scent. If I want to kind of feel mysterious, I'll pick a certain scent, if that makes sense. I like to really match it to my mood, and I think that's a kind of really cool enhancing thing to have at your disposal. So those are my top 10. Now I asked on Facebook, and the kind of key thing that stood out to me was a lot of people are really obsessed with moisturizer, and I thought this was really interesting because I personally am a little bit more into cleansing. I think cleansing is more important for me than moisturizing, because I just think nothing makes your skin look as bright as a really good cleanse. And moisturizer is amazing, and I love moisturizer as well, but that's something that kind of I just thought I'd mention because that's more important to me. But moisturizer was something that definitely stood out from everyone I spoke to. The other thing was to always cleanse, tone and moisturize. A lot of people are into the kind of 3-step thing. Now, if you're not into that and you haven't got time and you just want something really easy, a good cleanser and a moisturizer should see you through. Personally, I like to do a cleanser, a toner, eye cream, serum, moisturizer. I think serums are very, very important, but if you want something really simple, cleanser and moisturizer should suffice if you haven't got particularly problematic skin. The other thing was a lot of people said having tinted brows and eyelashes. I'm presuming this is if you're fair skinned. If you're fair skinned and you've got kind of fair brows, I'm sure that is a tremendous boost, but I've got such dark brows, I mean they're black anyway, so it kind of doesn't really affect me in that way, but I can imagine that that's a really, really good confidence boost. And I don't want you to take from this video that I'm being really shallow and saying, you know, this is all that matters, because obviously it's not, but I just do think it is really important to take care of yourself. And as awful as it sounds, the first thing people see when they see you is the outside. They then get to know the lovely person you are on the inside, but the outside matters also. And what you are on the outside is what the world sees. And I think it's nice to be able to kind of portray the best of what you have on the outside, and it makes you feel good. And it's not about kind of being really superficial, because I actually believe that it does make you feel good, and that's what matters. And I think that, you know, everyone's kind of got their own inner beauty, but what we see on the outside is kind of what we see without knowing the person. And being kind of well groomed is just something that I think for me is very, it's kind of almost old Hollywood. I love the kind of feminine aspect of it, and I love the ritual of like applying perfume and skincare and that kind of thing. But if you don't, and you just like to kind of pick bits and bobs, and I'm presuming you're into beauty if you're watching this video to begin with, then I would love to hear what your kind of beauty basics are, the most basic routines that you think you would be lost without. I have got, you know, other things that I think are fun and that I do just to kind of help myself feel better and things like that, but those are my absolute kind of basic necessities. So I'd love to know what yours are. Let me know what you think about this video, and if you've got any recommendations for similar videos like this or anything like that, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.